Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bug and I'm coming at you with Euro Truck Simulator 2, and you're probably hearing a lot of dejection in my voice. I had hoped that yesterday when I said I'm not going to talk about my situation anymore, that would be it. I was becoming determined to make the most of my situation and I was putting myself in a good place. Well, um, things may change. Today, my wife was in the kitchen doing something. I forget what it was. I think she was cleaning the stove. And my mother-in-law was hanging up pictures on the refrigerator that had not been replaced yet. And she said something about missing school pictures of my niece. My wife said, I put them all in one bag. They should all be right there. My mother-in-law said, no, I saw you put them in two bags. And my wife said, no, I put them all in one bag. And my wife would. My wife would not put them in two separate bags. I know my wife's organization. Said, no, I saw you put them in two. And this went back and forth a little bit. My wife never raised her voice, never yelled, never got angry, never shouted. But she did finally go, well, look for them. Just go and look for them. I don't know. I can't help you. A little bit of not so much frustration as resignation that no matter what she's going to say, it's not going to matter. At which point my mother-in-law said, oh, you won't be like that. Yeah. On May 1st, you guys get your check. You out of here. Now, we don't know 100% if she actually means that. Although, it is very possible that that's what's meant. The only thing we can do is wait and see. This is what we were taking. Keeping in mind we're in Great Britain. But yeah, the only thing we can do is wait and see. If this should come to fruition, we are going to try a couple things. Number one is to have my wife's brother, my brother-in-law, talk to her and try and talk her down and get her to not do this. She often will listen to him. So we're hoping that might help, but we don't know. And oh, it's right here. Oh, this isn't it. It's across the street. Okay. The other thing... Yeah, I know I have to go on the side of the road. That's why I'm backing off sharply. The other thing is, well... sorry, compensated at a little too much speed. lights on. I don't want to get in trouble for not having the wipers on. See, the other thing is that we pay $300 a month, which goes directly to electric bill or split between electric and water. Now, for the entire time that we've been here, this money has been called rent. Until recently, now it's called a share of utilities, and nobody here pays rent. I think this is because my mother-in-law knows that if it's called rent, we have grounds to stand. But we've been paying this for years. We have proof of residence. And no matter which way you flip it, you can say it's not rent. It's still rent. And if she tries to have us forcefully removed, then we are going to try and prove our residency. And even though we don't have written proof, that we do have a verbal agreement that we will pay this much per month. It used to be, forgetting where I am again. But we do have an agreement to pay money in exchange for living here, regardless of where that money goes, and try and force the issue. It's about all we can do. The reality is we don't want to stay here. We want to leave, but we don't want to leave and be on the street. Oh, hey, dude. I guess I'm a little close, huh? Especially for somebody who should be turning. I'm sorry, I'm not paying a lot of attention to where I am right now, which includes, again, going down the wrong side of the street. Like an idiot. But in the end, if all else fails, I could very well end up homeless in my life, because we don't have the money to go anywhere. I don't think. We might be able to get a place. This place that we used to stay, which is really bad, dirty. All the bungalows, drug infested, mouse infested last we were there. It was a slum. That would probably be our only option. Be to try and go back there. The only problem, again, is my dog. I don't think the bungalow allows pets at all. And it would be pretty hard. So we don't know. I can get back inside the truck. Pretty much out of the city, I think. So once I get back on the highway, I'll back in the cab. So, yeah. Well, I've had high beams on all this time. Oops. So that's what we're looking at now. And it's not, we don't know. Best case scenario, she doesn't actually throw us out, or her brother-in-law convinces her not to throw us out on the street. At which time we are going to do everything we can to move as soon as possible. She goes to the doctor's on Friday. And I don't know what this menu is here, as I get a little squirrely again. But yeah, she goes to the doctor's on Friday, and after the doctor's we're going to run around to Housing Authority, the HUD office, some low-income facility places. I'll just go straight. And see what we can do. Which is all we can do. We're also kind of looking into rooms. If we can find someone who would be willing to rent a room to 2 people. There's a couple nice ones, honestly. One of them's out of our price range, but another one not only has a nice room with a nice place, but they even allow small pets. And that would be awesome if we could pull that in. The only problem is that they require a deposit. We don't know how much of a deposit. You know, we have to pay our cell phone. We have to pay our car and our insurance. Pretty much without question. So, cell phone, car, and insurance, no questions asked. So, it all really depends on, like in that situation, and it would depend on how much of a deposit they want. Usually people ask for, you know, a deposit will be as much as the rent. It'll be like first month's rent plus a deposit. But some people, deposits are less. You know, sometimes, you know, maybe they ask only 300. You know, as long as we get our car and insurance paid, I'll lapse on the cell phone temporarily and get it paid afterward. And we would actually have enough money to do that. I think. I'm actually going to call the person tomorrow and find out. The problem is that when renting a room, it's usually just for one person. I don't know if they'll allow a couple. But it's possible. Especially if I explain our situation. They may, you know, they may have a heart. Oh, I forgot. I gotta pay back. I'm gonna contact the person, I think, and beg off or something. I don't know. I got something that's gotta be paid back as well. So that's where I stand right now, on the edge of a very dark area, and I don't know what's gonna happen. But regardless of what does happen, I will try and let you guys know. And I hope that if things take a turn for the worst, if the worst possible thing happens, and we're homeless and out the door and all that bad stuff, that you guys will stay sub to me. Because even though I won't be uploading anything for a while, I will be back. I refuse to be knocked down. I will get back up. I will forge on. And I will be back. And I will upload again. You have my word. Whatever happens, I will come back. God, this is so depressing. I don't know if she'll actually do it. Throw her daughter out on the street, regardless of how she feels right now. Knowing rent right now, knowing the rental situation on Maui, that room's already gone, but it's worth a shot. Right now, anything's worth a shot. I've even thrown around a couple crazy ideas. Somebody that I befriended a little bit but never really talked too much. I've considered asking him that if worse came to worse, if he could shelter us for a little while till we find something on our own. You know, we'd be willing to pay and help and clean and do whatever he asks. But I don't know if I want to bring that kind of burden onto somebody like that. If I had stayed good friends with him, then yes, but I really don't talk much to him anymore. But he's a really good person. And so I've considered asking, and I still may, in desperation. There's another option I know my wife would probably not be fond of, and probably is not an option, to be honest, because I don't know the situation. But there is someone my wife and I know that if it is possible for them, may shelter us. They are... They can be... They're good people. They really are. But they can be taxing in terms of, oh, I like do this, we like do that, oh, come do this, come do that. And they become very taxing, and it's like they want to be with you, like they want to do stuff every day, 24 hours a day. Well, not 24 hours, but to put it in the best term, they're very A-type personalities. They're very get up and go type. Yeah, you gonna give me a ticket? No. It's just delayed. Whatever. But I know them to be good people, and I feel like that if they were able to, they would let us in. And those are the two options I think that we have. We are going to try for emergency housing, apply places that we can, do what we can, and just keep our fingers crossed, you know? We're just going to keep our fingers crossed and hope and pray that everything turns out all right. We're going to do everything we can to make it turn out all right, but we're limited in what we can do. So we're just going to hope and pray that she either doesn't follow through or my brother-in-law is able to talk to her and get her to stop and give us time to leave, which is what we need. We just need time. But you better believe right now, every ounce of money that I have, alright, I'm still in England. Every ounce of money that I have is going to be saved. So things I thought I was going to be able to do, I'm not going to be able to do them, and I'm okay with that. But I am going to put every penny possible away. To try and make it so that we can survive. Because if we can find somebody that'll let us have a room and keep the rent a reasonable price, then you know, maybe we can save the money for a deposit or something. Because all we really need is a room. All we really need is a room. Now the problem, and there's another problem I have about renting a room, is that my wife and I, our size. I am concerned that our size will play against us. We've got a lot of stuff going against us, how big we are, and the fact that we're a couple. A lot of people renting rooms may not allow that, may not like that, but we're willing to do it if somebody's willing to take a chance on us. And at least maybe this time in the tunnel we won't be bounced around, huh? That would be nice. Come on. Cool. Another short video today, but I'm going to end it there. Again, I'm going to try and steer away from the subject, but again, you guys needed to know that come May 1st, I may disappear for a while. But like I said, for those of you who choose to stay subscribed, should that come to pass, I will return one way or the other. I've been knocked down many times in my life. I've always gotten back up. I've always pulled myself back up. And I'll do so again. That I promise. So I apologize for the very depressed, bad news presentation today, the video. But it is what it is. And hopefully I can step up from here. So, give me one sec here. Okay. Anyways, as you can see, that new skin that I promised, I have it here. It's basically called Sexy Steampunk. I think it's a nice kind of little pin-up design in a steampunk theme. Not often you find the color brown attractive, I would say, but this looks like a really, really nice skin. Really well done. Fits the truck nicely. So if I remember, I will put a link in the description below for the skin if you're interested in it. No promises though. I have problems remembering things that it is, and the current situation is just making it worse. But that's the skin that I said I'd have, and I actually really do like it. I think it's really nice. Anyways, that's going to be me done for this episode, folks. Again, I apologize for the continuing depressing theme that I've been doing. Again, I will try and start steering away from that a little bit. Okay? So until next time, this is One Big Bugger. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. I'll see you next time.